Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
No, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me. And I can't choose one.
Hey! Nanny. We are here. We're queer. We're back, baby. It's Tuesday. We're Tuesdays, and you got matching socks.
I'm Shoeless Joe. Did I tell you what I did?
Vincent.
I haven't told you what I did.
Ah.
Shoeless Joe Vincent. Jackson.
I thought that was a Vincent.
Joe Vincent. I don't know who that is.
Oh, you know what? This is embarrassing.
Oh boy.
I have a tiny penis. No. There was a guy in my high school named Joe Vincent, and we all called him Shoeless Joe Vincent.
Oh, that's fun.
So it
Joey
stuck
Vince.
in my head. It took over from the Jackson.
Joe Vincent is nice.
What do you mean nice?
It's a nice name. I mean, I don't know the guy. I'm sure he's
Mean guy.
Might be a piece of shit. But
Big asshole.
well, my friend Derek, you guys know Derek, oft mentioned.
Big D.
Double D.
Dare Bear.
Hey, that's nice.
All right.
Married to Derica.
Ah.
So,
It's
anyways,
Ben
he has a theory. He never does it, but he has a good theory. Maybe I brought this up before. I don't know. I'm gay. New Year's Day, you throw out all your socks. You go in the
I don't like
drawers,
that.
you open the drawers, the cabinets, you take your socks, you toss them.
Oh, no. I need my socks.
Light them on fire. Wow, you're going to replace them.
All right. Well, mine are crunchy anyway.
Exactly. Replacement players. You go to the store and you buy
These socks will not replace us.
you buy a whole batch of new socks every year.
Okay.
Because a sock, how long does a sock last?
I
10,
don't know.
12 minutes?
With my jizz, I can burn through one of those in a month.
Because they get the holes, and I did a bit about it, but every time I put on a sock, I tear through it like fucking,
Hyman?
I don't know. I was going to say MacGyver, but that doesn't
Oh,
make
no.
sense.
Maybe a new football team through that paper.
Oh, I remember the paper.
Yeah, I love the paper.
Yeah, that was fun.
What was that movie where it was a comedy where they ran out and they couldn't get through it? They were that weak.
Yeah. Was that not another teen movie?
Little Giant, maybe Teen.
That was a good movie. Underrated.
Underrated. And that Jamie Presley.
Not another teen movie. They had jokes I remember from that, or Michael Anthony Dining Hall.
Yes.
And then also there was the one where the guy says, you got to serenade the girl you have a crush on. Her name's Janie. So he goes, Janie's got a gun. And someone goes, Janie's got a gun.
Yeah,
They all run.
That's great.
That's a good bit.
There's a cheerleader scene where they have to fight, or not fight, but they have to cheer against the black cheerleaders, and they say the N-word.
Really?
Yeah, they go, because they keep going, these white chicks are stealing all our moves. And then the joke is they cut to them and they're like, we're black. We know it. We know how to, what's up, N-word? I mean,
Yeah.
it's on YouTube right now.
It's like break it down.
Wow.
yeah, that's
what
it.
it
And
is,
they all do this one.
Wow. Well, I just watched, I'm taking it all over the rails here, but I'm in a deep swimming. I can't see anything. I'm in my father's asshole over here, back into the OJ trial.
Wow! What year is it?
Well, I've been obsessed since 94, so I dive back in.
You're an old man. My dad, I used to wake up and he'd be watching the JFK reels. Like he'd be watching the, what is that? The Zapruder.
Oh, the literal reels.
Oh, yeah. He'd put the two spools on the thing to go.
I
He'd
see.
be sitting alone with a scotch.
I thought you meant like JFK doing crowd work for 30 seconds on Instagram.
Hey, here's my headshot. All right.
Pink mist, but I'm doing the OJ business. And wait, what was I going to say about the OJ? I can't
Oh,
remember.
sorry.
Oh, the N-word. Did
Orange
you know
juice.
that Chris Darden, the prosecutor, the put the glove on guy,
Ah.
he was the black prosecutor, asked to put the glove on.
Yes.
He
Who told you
is-
to put the glove on?
I didn't tell you to put the glove on. So he is credited with creating the term N-word.
What? It was around before that.
That's what they claim.
Oh, the
because-
actual N
Yes,
word.
quote unquote,
Not the
N-word. Yeah, no, I'm not saying he was the first one to say
This is
the
a
N-word.
pretty egregious claim
yeah,
here.
because there's Richard Pryor, and then there's all of the whites before that.
Yeah, there you go, Dad.
So, he was saying, because if you watch the doc, even the doc from 2016, everybody's saying the actual N-word. Like the trial, like F. Lee Bailey, when he's examining Mark Furman.
Yeah.
It's N-word this, it's N-word that. But he's not saying N-word. He's saying the N-word.
Really?
It's hard to follow here.
Wow, I gotta watch it just for the comedy relief.
It's wild. I mean, it's just F. Lee Bailey being like, this word.
Wow, it's like Def Jam.
It is. The crowd goes wild, and someone does the worm across the bench.
They do a Michael Jackson. Yeah, it's weird. The N-word, obviously the most offensive slur. Out of all the slurs, it's number one, I'd say.
Oh, yeah.
With a bullet. But it's in the most songs. It's the most offensive word, but yet it's in every song.
It's the most offensive, but it's the only one you hear at Starbucks.
Exactly. There's no like, what's up, my Polak? It's literally the one you can't say ever. Well, they can. We can't.
Right.
But the black folk can say it, but the whitey can't say it, which I get.
Sure.
But it's in every song that we like. So
Yeah.
it's this weird juxtaposition.
Well, there's a few songs I like that don't have it. Born to Run and
Sure,
the birthday
sure.
song.
But I'm talking in the rap genre.
I see.
Raffi's not pulling out the N-word or Celine Dion.
By the way, I just got into Nas for the first time in my life. He's something.
Oh, he's good. That's a funny N-word.
He's very good. That's a short N-word. Nas.
Talented. That's true.
But anyway,
I feel like
so
Vin Diesel. I need Nas. All right.
So Chris Darden is credited with, because he started saying at the trial the N-word. Did you hear the N-word?
Very
And
progressive.
No one was saying N-word before that.
Wow. Yeah, well, you should just say it. You just say the word. In the 90s, you just said it.
Everybody is saying it. And like I said, even in the doc from just 6 years ago, you just watch everybody like in their sit-down interviews being like, yeah, the N-word.
Wow. Fascinating. Order in the court.
Yeah, times have changed. But anyways, the sock thing. So I went in.
You got me doing it. I'm hooked.
I went to Amazon and I ordered 2 orders of these socks. I don't know the company, but they came in like a little cardboard sleeve, like bullets. They're fun because they're rolled up, and I've been throwing around like grenades.
Oh, that's a good sock it to me. I love it. Nagasaki.
Hey,
The grenade.
nice.
Yeah. Now I got no match. Maybe I'll do the Derek rule and just throw them all out because these are hurting my toes with all the semen.
Yeah, I mean the unmatching. That's triggering me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you should see me at the woo woo at the airport. I get the old N-word lady like, no, I don't think so. Cut that. All right. I didn't say it.
But-
I'm Mark Furman.
But hey, that's not bad.
All right.
What?
New series.
I just want to talk about the trial of the century, the last century. What bad luck
OJ?
for the for
Okay.
the prosecution. The guy that finds the glove just happens to have 14 hours of him saying the N-word
Yeah.
and talking about beating people up and planting evidence.
Yeah, it's
What are the
not good.
chances?
It's not good. And that was back before anyone had footage of anything.
Brutal.
Brutal.
All right, Chuck just quit on
Chuck
that
quit.
last.
I'll do a water.
Yeah, maybe with ice.
But yeah, so where you been there, sloppy jalopy?
No, I'm not ready to get into it. I'm gonna.
Oh, okay. You got more.
I
you
got
got more.
nothing.
Well, these trials have really fallen off because we had Amber Heard and then we had Gwyneth Paltrow. The OJ, that was a trial. We'd play street hockey all day, then we'd go home and watch it with our parents. It was a big
Apple
enchilada.
pie?
Yeah, it was all over the radio, the TV, the news story.
Well, I told you my story. This is a proud moment in my life. I was in 8th grade when the what's it called came down. The verdict came down.
The big V card.
Which, can you imagine more anxiety? Like, think about the anxiety you have doing a late night or
Right.
a special or making love to a child, whatever it is. You feel the nerves. You don't know how it's going to go. Imagine, and by the way, when they came in, they're like, we have a verdict, but they deliberated so short. All the lawyers were out riding fences. They were all at the beach and stuff.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so the judge was like, Ito was like,
Yes.
we'll announce tomorrow. So there's a verdict, and you got to wait 24 hours. Can you imagine the nerves of filing into that courtroom?
Yeah, and not to mention the racial divide bubbling up because all the black folk were like, hey, we want him to win because we've been put through hell. We had the Rodney King just happened. There was all kinds of tension going on there, and Whitey's going, well, he did murder a lady and a guy or a waiter.
Yeah.
So we probably should fry. And there was that whole thing. And I remember when he got through, spoiler alert, when he got convicted guilty or innocent, they all went, the black folk went apeshit.
Yeah, they went crazy, and the whites went sad, and it
Yeah.
was quite a thing. But I was in 8th grade, and some teachers were going to show it and some weren't. I was in Mrs. Montague's English class.
Big Q.
Yeah, and she said, this has nothing to do with our class. We're not doing it. And I don't know what it was. I was a big cunt pussy of a person, but I went, I got to see it.
Whoa.
I walked out of class.
What?
She was mad. Yeah, I was like, I'm sorry. I have to see it.
What?
I had built my life. I was 13 years old.
Wow.
8th grade.
Wait a minute. Where are you going to go? The TV store? It's
A
not
lot
like
of
you get a
classrooms.
phone.
No, most classrooms were showing it.
But
it
you
was,
can't just walk into a random...
I did.
What?
It was up to the teacher's discretion. You could decide if you wanted to or not. And she was like, we're teaching English class. We're working on whatever, Huck Finn or whatever it was.
Wow.
Plenty of N-words in that also.
That's true.
And
Jim.
I just was like, wait, what? And she didn't tell us till we were in the class. So we had all like left. I don't know how exactly it went down, but like somehow we knew what time it was going to happen.
Wow.
And I had left lunch and I was like, here we go. We're going to find out. And there was
Yeah.
no TV. And she was like, no, we're not watching it. And I was like, I got to see it. And she's like, no, we're working on English.
Wow.
And I was so keyed up. I was like, I got to go.
Now, how far down does that work? Could you go, hey, look, Super Bowl's on. I got to go. Oh, that's a Sunday.
Well,
but you know
it's
what
a
I mean.
Sunday. I mean,
Growing Pains is finale. I got to go, Miss Blitz. I got to watch it.
wow, this was bigger than that. It was
Sure.
bigger than life.
It was cultural. It was racial. It was relevant.
It was everything, and you just have that sense sometimes of like, I got to see it. I got to be there. This is history.
I guess.
I couldn't
but-
wait.
And you just popped over to Mr. Delabate's?
I think it was Mr. I forget his name, Inglewood or Ingleback, Ingstrom, Mr. Ingstrom.
Ingstrom said, come on, we welcome the stragglers and the poor and the filthy.
I just kind of poked my head in, and they went, wow, and everyone went crazy, and then I trotted back over to Mrs. Montague. So this is the best part. I got to drop the news.
Oh, you're the messenger.
Yes, and she was, don't kill me. She was like, okay, order in the court. Because I came back in and I went innocent, and everyone went like, what? Oh, God. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, what? And even she was like, wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I remember, and she was like, that's crazy. And I was like, yeah. She's like, okay, back to class. And I didn't get punished or anything.
You're the town crier.
I was the crier.
Hear
Oh,
ye,
I
hear
cried,
ye.
baby.
Oh yeah, after sex, but and then it's fun after you gave the verdict. You and the jury went to recess.
Hey,
All
it all
right.
comes back and goes around. By the way, maybe
Thank
the
you.
most underrated think about what you think the most underrated Dave Attell joke is. I mean, underrated is hard to say. I guess just favorite.
Yeah, he's got a couple of bangers.
But one of them is definitely, you ever have sex with the first person you ever had sex with again? Oh, you want to have sex with
Yes.
the first person just to show how good you got?
Yeah.
Look who's not crying like a big boy.
That's a great one.
That is a great bit.
What a tag, big boy. Also, I've told this a million times, but he's got that great one. He goes, ma'am, you like a vibrator? And this lady goes, I use my fingers. He goes, acoustic. I mean, that is genius. Genius joke.
Woo, he's good.
And the speed. He probably wrote that 10 years ago. He just had it in his back asshole and pulled it right out.
Well, I've told it here 55 times. We've both talked about it.
Lay it
We've
on me,
discussed
fatty.
it. But at the cellar, the guy gets up and walks to the bathroom. He goes, where are you going? The guy goes, nowhere. And he goes, no, I meant right now. Which has to be the funniest off-the-cuff line in the history of stand-up comedy.
That is the quickest. That's like a meta philosophical joke.
It's incredible.
It's
and
abstract.
he's very good.
He's a funny son of a bee.
But anyways, I got one fun, juicy, sexy, cool story, and the rest is just, I've been hanging out.
Put it right in my ass and turn it.
All right, I hope you got plenty because this is...
I got nothing.
Okay,
I got
well,
something.
we're in trouble.
I got something. We can digress.
By the
We're on-
way, Mark's going to Australia for 6 months, so we're going to have to backlog some of these. So it's going to get ugly out in the fandom.
there's going to be a lot of fumes. Running on fumes. Running on empty.
Running around.
It's going to be a lot of wishy-washy and bullshitting and filling air.
Yeah, don't check those comments the next couple weeks. I'll tell you
Oh,
that.
you meanies. Take it easy, will you? You cum guzzling Nazis.
Yeah, a lot of these folks are tough to please. I'll say that.
Oh, you're not kidding. Yeah, we're trying to please, but we cannot get get these ladies to orgasm.
Yeah, we're always trying to please.
We're trying.
These folks, goodness gracious.
It's like a woman where you're going downtown and she's just going, nothing there, huh? Checking the watch, texting. I'm like, I'm eating you out. I'm trying my hardest.
But even the texting is better than some of these, because texting to me is the equivalent of them being like, thumbs down, whatever.
Right.
Some of these people, it's like the woman, if you're eating a woman out and she was like, your father never loved you, you're a talentless hack, you piece of shit, you're riding the coattails of Louis, you fucking homo, get some braces, you fag.
Good point. I'll take a thumbs down.
Which, by the way, if a woman talked to me like that, I'd probably come right in her face.
Good point.
Or my own.
That'd be pretty hot. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind a watch check, but the insulting that's unnecessary and uncalled for.
Little mean,
Yeah,
little full,
a little bit.
sap.
Now, so what happened there, Sloppy Jizz? You go on the road, you do a gig, you get a kook assault.
Well, this is one of the kookiest things that I've ever experienced in my whole life.
Oh,
Last night.
Wow, really?
Yeah, so let me paint a picture for you.
Paint it, doodle it, script it.
Well, first of all, my buddy CJ Landry. You know this guy?
No, I think he's funny. Beantown kid?
Very funny. No, he's from New Orleans.
What?
Or Louisiana.
Okay.
Louisiana.
So is Don Lemon. I just learned he's from Baton Rouge.
No kidding.
I didn't know he had gays there.
No kidding. He's a real traitor to Louisiana. He's very like, hello. But I guess you are too.
Like, New Orleans is a booming metropolis. There's not too many Cajun guarantee out there.
I suppose not. But anyways, yeah, Lemon, that guy sucks. And what did he get fired for? The woman comment?
I think the woman thing, and I think they all hated him.
Yeah, he's a bag of cheese, that guy. I don't care for him.
Not a fan.
Never liked him. But any farts. So CJ Landry, wonderful comic. He's from, I think he started in Dallas. That's where I met him. But he lives in Austin now. He's a doorman at the new place.
Oh, the mothership.
Yeah. What was I going to say?
Don Lemon. Oh, no.
CJ Landry.
Mothership.
CJ Landry, who sounds like a football coach, which I guess is just Tom Landry. That just annoying. People do that. I just did it when they're like this. Boy, it sounds like a Cowboys football coach. You're like, well, Tom Landry.
Yeah, it's
That's
the same
what you mean.
name.
You're just referencing that guy.
Right. I get it.
And he farts. So he's in town, and great comic, funny guy. He's in town, and he says, hey, let's hang. And I say, okay, great. I'm at the Stand, whatever night it was, Tuesday night, and then I'm going to City Winery. And then I see you're on the show.
You got that right, Fatty.
Now, I have this. I don't want to poo-poo a buddy of ours, very funny comic.
Uh-oh.
But I'm on the show. It's in the book. And then, you know that feeling where like around 5:30
Yeah, you haven't heard anything.
I go, I haven't.
That was a classic grade A old school textbook toot.
That was a real water balloon. Like it was-
Yeah.
So, you have 5:30 I'm getting out of the shower. I'm soaping up my hair. I get out and I go, well, I got to run to City Winery after the Stand. Then you go, nobody's confirmed, nobody's tweeted, nobody's tagged.
Yeah.
And you start to go, this doesn't sound right. So I do like the classic, go to the website. And of course, it's like a poster of you with statues and Mark Norman and pink lights. And then it says, and then Jamal Jacobs and Bruce Hornsby.
He's good.
It says, and more. And I'm like, I can't be an and more, can I?
Yeah, you're more than an and more.
I've been on the Tonight Show and a couple other places.
You're an and less.
I got some views.
Sure.
So I go, that doesn't sound right. This dog don't hunt. So I text him and go, hey, just making sure we're good for tonight.
Uh-huh.
And then like a half an hour passes. So now I know something's up, and I write, it's no sweat if not, because I just picture comics being like, oh my God,
Yes.
I fucked List. I'm a piece of shit.
That's exactly what they're doing.
So I went, hey, it's no sweat if not. And then he's like, I had you down for June 48th or whatever. And I'm like,
That's
wow.
a tough month.
so I'm out. But
Yeah.
there's a part of me that's like, sweet,
Of course, you got the night off.
I'll go home and watch hockey. So
Hockey.
I had told Landry, I go, I'll come to the Stand and come with me to City Winery. I'm sure he's excited because you're on the lineup. He's going to be like, ooh, I'm going to meet Norman, you know.
I don't know this. Have I met this cat?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Very funny guy. Mustache, curly hair, accent.
CJ.
Yeah, he's a good kid and a hilarious guy.
All right.
So now I feel bad though, because I get there and he's like, man, and he literally is like, I can't wait to go to City Winery. I've heard that place is the best.
No, it is a good room.
And then he sees it on my face. I'm like, and he's like, no, and I'm like, I got bumped, and so I'm not going. I'm going home. I'm sorry.
Damn.
But I get him on the show at the Stand. It's Ray and Ray, DeVito and Goots.
So he got on.
he gets a spot.
Hey, look at that, pulling that muscle around. Nice, using that juice.
Well, H. Foley canceled. But yeah, I put in a good word.
The juice is loose.
So I go on to the stand. Now I have one spot. I'm going to go home and then go watch some hockey. So
Okay.
I go on stage. It's upstairs. I hate that room at the stand.
Oh, it's a death trap,
It's a
shithole,
suicide rap.
trash heap.
So I get up there, and then, you're loose. You're working loose. You're riffing. It's still daylight. I got no act.
How long you been doing it? Sorry, that's an inside joke.
So I go up, and it's a long story. It's not going to be funny to tell, but I'm like, the stool is like 40 feet from the fucking microphone for some reason. I
Sure.
always battle with them about the stool location.
Oh yeah.
So I put my drink down there, but in the time I have to go over here, the applause dies. So I kind of jump back to the microphone, and then I start riffing about, don't you love when you go to a rock show and the singer leaves to go dance around, and he always makes it back to the microphone just in time to sing again.
Yes.
And it's fun.
That is fun.
So I riff, it gets kind of a chuckle, and then I did I was like, I always wish I was a lead singer. I think I could do it. And then I put the pinky, and I do a Mick Jagger.
Ooh, I love it. Moves like Jagger.
I'm just being a goof. So I do a little Mick, and I go, that was my Mick impression. And then I have this joke where I say, in comedy, it's always weird because the next comic is just standing in the door. You can just see him.
Right.
Like you go to a concert, you're never like, oh, I can't wait to see the Stones. And then you're like, hey, Mick is in our row.
Oh yeah.
It's a silly bit, whatever.
Sure.
It's a television commercial. So I do it. I pick. Usually I say Springsteen, but I had just done Mick, so I say Mick.
But now you're Mick and Mick.
I do Mick and Mick.
Okay.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah, Mick. Be Mouse.
That's a Mick.
Okay.
So
That's a myth.
I do that. And then I do a couple jokes. And I look, and there's a kid in a Rolling Stones sweatshirt, and I go, "Hey, how funny!" I randomly did Mick Jagger. You're wearing a Stones sweatshirt.
He's got Jagger swagger.
Yeah, and he goes, that's why I was laughing. I go, oh, that's funny. And I go, I've never done a Mick Jagger impression in my life. It's funny to see the Stones shirt. And I go, I do a Keith too, and I did a little Keith, and I do a Keith and Mick impression.
Okay.
And
Keep
then
and Mick it going.
I do my act, and boobily boo, it does okay. I had some hot ones. I had another guy yell. I did a kind of a dirty joke, and the guy goes, "Oh, come on."
How about you come on?
That's what I said.
You get out of the comedy show.
I go, come on. He goes, don't put the women through this, which I feel like is misogynist. I'm like,
Yeah, they can handle it.
she's fine.
Who the hell are you? The drill sergeant? Get out of here. She can take it.
And it was a joke about when my wife sits on my chest. She's got discharge, which makes like glue in my chest hair.
Oh, wow, that's a little much. Jesus Christ, this is horrific. My God, the women.
The guys always put the women through that, and I'm like, they're putting us through that. I'm ripping chest hairs out over here.
Okay, good point. I don't think Chuck should be hearing this. He's delicate. My God, the discharge.
So, anyways, I do my set.
Is my phone discharging? All right, it's still working.
Yada, yada. I go home. I get a message. It says, hey, hilarious set at the stand. You did an impression of my dad.
Whoa.
And I go, what?
You met Jagger Jr.?
I go, what? I look at the thing. It's Lucas Jagger. He's got 400,000 followers. The kid with the hoodie was Mick Jagger's son.
Wait, he's wearing his dad's merch?
I guess so.
Oh, that's kooky.
They're a good band. It's not like his dad is
know,
fucking,
but I'm not wearing my dad's law firm around. Just saying.
But, I mean, if your dad's law firm was the greatest law firm in the history of law firms, the Dream Team.
You just always hear about these kids like, oh, my dad's a nerd. I hate it. They'd go the opposite.
That's true. I don't have a Milton Hospital head of purchasing shirt.
Yeah. Exactly.
But, so it was Mick Jagger's son. I'm like, are you kidding? He's like, no, what are the chances?
Wow. Who's next? Jules Lennon and what's the Bob Dylan kid?
Jacob Dylan.
Jacob.
Yeah.
Couldn't get it out.
I would recognize him, which, by the way.
Hey, handsome.
Yeah.
Hot guy.
Wallflowers kick ass.
Wallflowers are awesome.
Yeah. I saw him, we talked about it on the thing. I saw him last year. But anyways, how wild is that?
That's bananas. And he's in the shit room. At least put the guy downstairs.
That's what I was thinking. And I was like, what are the chances? This is crazy. I've never done a Mick Jagger impression on stage in my life. He's like, I thought it was hilarious. And I just chatted back and forth with Mick Jagger. But like, I've probably done, 10,000 sets in my life. I've never been like, Mick Jagger.
Wow.
Whoa. And his son was sitting. I had dialogue with Mick Jagger's son.
That's insane. Now, does he look all jaggery?
I don't think so. It's hard. I mean, Mick, first of all, is 175 years old.
True, but he's got a very potent face. It's very distinct.
Very distinct look. I mean,
Big mouth.
I wasn't looking at him as Mick Jagger's son.
Right.
He's got long curly hair and he had glasses on and he's young. So I certainly wasn't like, oh, there's Mick Jagger. He wasn't,
Sure.
He also wasn't like, it's very diplomatic, isn't it, Keith?
Yeah,
You know,
right. Brown sugar. How come it tastes so good?
just like a black girl should.
Woo!
Which it upsets me. They stopped playing that. They're like, we won't play it again. The thing that
Yeah.
was so great about the Stones is they never apologized for anything.
Of course, they're artists.
And then they did.
They did?
Well, they were like, yeah, we're not going to play that song anymore.
Oh, I thought the radio took it out. I didn't know they were.
I think
into
they
it.
did. It still plays on the radio, I think.
I don't know about that line.
Just like a black girl should.
Yeah. Is that still out there?
They also say, here, whip the women.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the.
I mean, it's a song about eating out your slave.
Yeah.
Oh, is
That's
that right?
rock and
That's what it's
roll.
about, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people do.
Brown sugar, how come you taste so good, just like a black girl should?
Well, isn't that nice to eat out your slave?
I think it's pretty nice. I mean,
know.
if you're going to have a slave, you can eat them out or not eat them out. You'd rather eat them out.
If I was a slave, oh yeah, start eating me out, Chuck.
I don't think slaves made
I'm a
$5,000 a month, but I could be wrong. But anyways, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. I hope you got a whole lot of stuff
Wow.
because I'm out. But
That
I
is
mean,
super cool.
Isn't that wild?
That's
Mick Jagger.
insane. I mean, it's insane to have him at a show, first of all, and it's insane that he DM'd you, but it's also insane you happen to do an impression of his father in front of him.
Wild.
Wild, Jerry. I mean, you know what it is? It's, you know what they say, if you get a million monkeys typing on a typewriter, you'll get Shakespeare.
Right.
Which I disagree with. I don't think that's true. But you do a million sets over 22 years, you got to meet a pop star and do a impression of his dad.
I guess so. It's wild, but it's also crazy because you're like, you came from the nuts of the rock star.
The-
Mick is bar none the number one rock star
Easily, ever. And he's still pumping out Rugrats, by the way. He just got he knocked up some broad, and now he's got like 38 kids, and this kid's one of them.
Well, the kid said he's like, there are 8 of us, but that's still not great chances or something like that. He's a funny
that's
guy.
funny guy. All right, Jagger.
But it's hard. I had to be like, wow, I'm a huge fan of your dad. I'm like, hey, that's like my number one guy.
Yeah. And now you, Luke. Yes. Good to have you. Hopefully it becomes a Tuesday.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm sure someone will tell him about this. But
Tag the Lucas.
he's got a huge following, too, so
Oh, yeah.
wouldn't mind a ticket. Luke.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hook it up, Lukey.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's fun. Now I didn't meet a pop star's offspring. Good band.
I love that band.
But I had a weird one. Took a page out of your playbook or your gay book, and I hit the steam room.
Oh, I'm going right after this.
Oh wait! What's the difference between a sauna and a steam room?
Steam.
Okay.
One is steamy and one is not. One's hot with no steam. The other one's hot with steam.
I feel like I've had steam in a sauna. I've seen some
Think
steam in there.
Maybe if someone was upset or if they brought ice cubes in.
Farting or queefing. Well, can't you pour the bullshit on the rocks and it?
Yeah, it simmers, but I don't know if it steams. Maybe a little steam.
Little steam.
But it's dry.
All right, well, we're losing steam. But I'm in I think it was a sauna, but it felt steamy. It was hard to see.
That's steam.
Okay, but
Did
it was
it,
all.
did every once in a while go and steam
I
come
guess
pouring
it did,
out?
yeah, but it was wooden, which looks more sauna.
Steam can be wood, but that
Okay.
feels sauna.
Maybe it was a hybrid.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm in the steam room, sauna, hybrid, and I'm sitting with my friend Andrew, and we're just being gay. And there's a guy on the other end. And, in a steam room, you always give it some distance.
You got to give it distance.
So
yeah.
he's hugging the wall, and we're hugging the other wall.
He's like my father.
Yes, except your father never hugged
Hugging.
you. So we're sitting there. We're trying to be like, so, how about those Jets? And what's up with Jagger? And all this. And, what we should do is throw your socks out, get new ones. And this guy goes, I'm sorry to bother you. I couldn't help overhearing. And I'm like, it's steamy. So I'm like, yes, sir. What's going on? And he's in the towel. And he's like, your voice sounds very familiar, but I don't
boy.
have my glasses on.
Oh.
So you sound just like a comedian I know. And I was like, oh, but he couldn't see me. He's blind as a bat.
Interesting.
So now I got a fun opportunity. And I go, oh, who is he? And he goes, oh, this guy, Mitch Normand or Macklemore or Normandy or something. And he's pretty funny. And I go, oh, I've heard of that guy. He's good. He goes, you sound just like him. And I was like, oh, that sucks. I know that guy and I hate his voice. He's like, Voice isn't great, but
Wow.
he's got jokes. He's got some jokes, and I was like, oh yeah. So now I got a full review of me with this guy because he can't tell who I am because he's fucking blind as a bat.
Oh, that's my worst nightmare.
Well, I capped it. I kept a governor on it. You know, I didn't want him to go full bore.
Yeah. Well, Bargatze has that great story. We're doing the cruise ship, and he has his baseball hat on. There's two people talking across him about how he's the worst comic they ever saw.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's bad. I think it was his last cruise ship.
Ooh, I had a similar one with Schumer. I was opening for her. I took a shit, and two guys were washing their hands. They're like, "Man, she is killing." And Pete Holmes went on and did a guest set. He killed, and they were like, "He was great." But the host, a little weak, and I was shitting. It's the most vulnerable moment of your life in a stall, and I was like, "I thought he was pretty good," and they were like, "No, he sucked." But either way, so now I'm fucking with the blind guy, and eventually I go, "It's me," and he goes, "Oh my god, how about that?" And we took a blurry photo in the steam room.
Oh, wow.
So
That's fun.
It all worked out that I love this move. I go, he's like, "Oh man, I love your stuff. I watch you on YouTube all the time." And I go, "Well, we're at the show tonight if you want tickets." And he goes, "I gotta get out of this steam room. I'm sweating bullets." And then he left. But it was a fun moment.
It's also always frustrating, too, that he wasn't like, and he happens to be in town because he doesn't know you're in town.
They never know you're in town.
How do they not know we're in town?
They never know. They always go, "When are you coming to Biloxi?" And I go, "I was there last night." And they go, "Oh, nobody told me."
No, it's very frustrating.
Story of my life.
I think email list. Do you do an email list?
No, it feels very dated.
It does, but then I hear these other people that are selling tickets all over the world with email lists. What's his
Yeah,
toes?
it's huge. You should
Really?
do it.
Yeah.
I follow a couple big comedians' email lists, and whenever they email, I just delete it.
Well, I'm a band guy. I'm going to all these shows, and I only know because of the emails.
Your band? Okay, sorry.
So, yeah, and I got an email. Go sign up for our email list. There must be a link on your website.
Is there? I've never used it. I've never sent out an email.
Neither have I, but I have like hundreds of emails.
Really?
I need to have thousands. But I think Jeff Acuria is the guy that has like 50,000 emails or something like that.
Yeah,
Funny guy.
they said back in the day Kevin Hart would stand outside of the Philly Helium with a composition book, like the marble.
Wow.
You know that one from school? He would just get emails, old school. Then he would manually put them into his email bullshit in his computer, and then he would just blow a blast out to Philly or Baltimore or Wuhan.
Ali Wong, same thing.
Really?
Yeah, that's how she blew up.
Wow. Well,
These people, I think people put the card on the table with the QR and
yes.
Yeah, I was talking to a guy. He was telling me because email is more direct. Because in Instagram, even that they just watch the reels, they keep moving. But an email is right. I mean, Louis is still doing it. with
Yeah,
email.
I follow his.
Yeah.
And so when I delete. But all right, so there you go. Ali Wong. 2 Wongs.
Make a right.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, we just got back from Dayton, Ohio.
Emo Phillips' favorite city.
Is that right?
Yeah, he went on his honeymoon there.
What?
He's a kook.
This is I'm verklempt. I'm speechless. Who the fuck wants to go honeymooning in Dayton?
Emo Phillips.
All right. Well,
But also the birthplace of flight, along with North Carolina, South Carolina, Oregon, and Wyoming.
there's about 19 cities claiming the flight thing, and Rosa Parks, by the way.
Oh, yeah. She's Peoria. And,
Peoria, Cincinnati, L.A. They all love Rosa.
Yeah, Rosa and who was the other guy? I forget already. Oh, Flight.
Oh, yeah, the
Wright.
Wright brothers.
Wright brothers, Rosa Wright.
2 wrongs don't make a right, brother. Hey, folks. Tuesdays with Stories is brought to you by BetterHelp, baby. Love BetterHelp. Yeah, it's easy to get caught up in taking care of others, and you forget to take care of yourself. BetterHelp lets you take time that's just for you. Talk through life with a licensed therapist, all from the comfort of your home. BetterHelp is entirely online. No sterile doctor's office, no busy commute, no therapy. Do therapy when and where it works for you. We're big therapy guys, and we're also big travel guys. So we need help. We need to chat with a professional, but we're also on the go. We're in a hotel room. We're on an airport, in a flight, at a comedy club. So yeah, this is perfect for us. We can chit-chat while we move. Do it. It balances your life. It makes you feel better, and then get to know yourself. Give yourself some space this summer. Space to let out your feelings and take care of yourself for a change. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with your therapist. Easily switch therapists at any time at no additional charge. Find more balance with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/Tuesdays to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Tuesdays. BetterHelp.com/Tuesdays. Get on it!
Folks, summer is coming. It's spring. Spring has sprung out here in New York City. Summer's coming. It's right around the corner. It's time to get rid of that chest hair blanket you've been working all winter. Make sure your grooming is on point this season and level up with Manscaped. They're dedicated to upping your confidence by giving you all the tools you need. You got to be well groomed to have confidence. I got to tell you, I was at the beach in Tampa this weekend, had my Speedo on, pubes everywhere. It looked like spiders crawling all over my groin.
The beach.
Matt Wayne was giving me I had to go back in and shave it up. And the way I did it was I used Manscaped. I have the Performance Package 2.0. It's a lifesaver. It includes the Essential Lawnmower 4.0, a waterproof cordless body hair trimmer, the Weed Whacker 2.0, which is perfect for grooming those ear and nose hairs, and some extra goodies for those crown jewels. I use it every night before I look in the mirror. I take it. I shave up my little eyebrow hairs. They start to go rogue. A couple face. I got this hair up here that grows like under your eye.
Yes.
I got to shave that thing. Right now, you can go and get 20% off and free shipping with the code Tuesdays at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code Tuesdays at manscaped.com. It's time to trim your chesticles with the besticles. Get Manscaped. I use it every day. You should too. Get the discount. Use it now. Let's get back to the show.
Yeah. So, what is that noise?
I assume it's your watch.
I don't know. Nothing there. We go to Dayton and go there with Andrew Youngblood, Dayton Bassett. So I got Dayton in Dayton.
I love Dayton.
Cute kid.
And Dayton.
Funny guys. And we just have a ball out there. And yeah, it was just a great weekend. We got drunk every night and lived it. You heard it?
There, yeah. It's a different office. I can hear it.
Is something recording us?
I've heard that noise before. It's definitely in the room.
It sounds like it's over here.
Oh, I did hear that.
Oh, I know what it is.
What is that?
What do you have?
I bought one of those tile things so I wouldn't lose my keys.
Oh, my God. What's a tile thing?
It's like a little thing you put on your keychain
Why is
so
it
you can
beeping?
find it with your phone.
Well, why is it beeping right now?
I think it's broken.
You're going to have two beeps now?
No, that's out. I'm getting rid of the
beeps.
tile. The tile is done.
Oh, my God.
No more tile. Fuck you, tile. That thing stinks.
Oh.
All right, it stopped.
All right. Well, I guess we'll continue.
right,
That's like
sorry.
AI. That's what I'm afraid of. It's going to crawl over here and cut my dick off.
Well, you can track me anywhere I go. If you want to know where I'm at, if you're like, is he doing another pod? You can get my tile up and you'll see me.
Oh, God.
But yeah, Dayton.
Anyways, Dayton was fun.
It was fun, great.
Blood.
Well, here's the thing: is I'm did the special, and all I keep hearing about is like the special's coming out, and I'm like, I am bombing left and right because I'm trying the new.
I know. I'm in the same boat. And now it's weird because now you sell some tickets, you have some fans, they want to see the stuff. And so now there's this pressure. And we got to be easy on ourselves because sometimes I forget the special hasn't come out yet.
Right.
So I'm like, I don't want to do any stuff from the special. Let me just riff and come up with the shit.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm like, fuck, I only have 20 minutes. And I'm like, I shot the special 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, 20 minutes is insane.
It takes time,
I have
love
about
and
8
tenderness. But yeah, but it's ugly when you're up there because I'm like,
Oh, it's ugly.
anyways, jizz.
I know.
You know?
And then you write. I write in my hotel room. I'm furiously writing, and I'm like, okay, maybe this is something. And you kind of just are doing an imitation of stand-up. It's not actually that funny.
Right.
And then you're writing so much that you're like, I don't even know what funny is anymore. And then you go out and say it, and all of it bombs. And then I'll riff on this chord, and I'll get a standing O.
It's very hard. And then you bounce bits. I talked to Sam, like, let's bounce bits. And don't you hate this feeling? Is there anything worse? When you bounce a bit, and then you're like this. The duck fell out of the bag. And then you
Yeah.
hear this.
Oh.
And so then I'm like bombing with Sam. I'm
Yes.
like, but you know, the duck is gay, maybe.
Right.
And he's like, well, the duck is gay,
He's
maybe.
a black duck. Black duck. He's an ugly duckling. Duck, duck, goose.
And they're just like, oh, and then you have that. It all crumbles down of like, I'm never gonna have another bit again. I
Yes,
suck. I'm a
yes.
piece of shit. Who do I think? And AI is gonna whatever.
Oh, I got ChatGPT. I just had to see what it was all about, so I Googled it or I downloaded it, and I just said, "What's up with this bit?" And I put in a bit premise, and it gave me like 38 things. And I'm like, "Well, we're out. We're done."
We're doomed, and it's a genuine concern that young comics can literally just get ChatGPT
Oh, yeah.
to write their whole act.
People have sent me videos of being like, "Put a Mark Norman style joke in," and I'm like, "That's not bad." Like, it's a pretty good. The
Yeah.
answer's like solid. It's not a great joke. I don't think it would get a laugh, but I'm like, that's a decent angle.
Well, all you need is it close enough, and then
Yes.
you can work with that.
Then you can work with that, so it's going to make everyone's job easier. We already have too many comics, and now we'll have the dentist become a comic because he's like, I got ChatGPT anal.
Yes, and this is only 4 months old, ChatGPT.
Ah!
Wait till 3 years old, 5 years old. Or you can just say, hey, write me a script about my sister's asshole
Yep.
on the 4th of July, and then all of a sudden you got 4th of
Good.
July 2,
Yeah, good movie.
which hopefully gets better reviews.
Well, if you put your sister's asshole in it, it'll sell some more tickets.
I tried, but it was too controversial.
I see. The women.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
But I'm terrified, by the way.
Yeah.
The head of Google just came. If anyone has any good news about AI, shoot it my way, because everything I'm reading, we're going to be dead in 6 months.
It's going to ruin everything because doctors are going to go, I'm not going to read the book on medicine. I'll just, I'll get the body open. I'll slice it. I'm a surgeon, and I'll just chat GBT and then see what to do.
Well, the scariest thing is that you tell I was reading all this stuff. I haven't slept since the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Is you tell the computer, hey, fucking solve climate change. And the computer's like, oh, great, we got it. I'll just kill all the humans. They caused the biggest problem. And there's another thing called the paperclip theory, where if you tell the computer you got to make paper clips, which will get all the paperclip people out of the jobs, then the paperclip computer says, hey, you know what? You can use iron, and there's iron in human blood. So I'll kill the humans and make paper clips out of the blood and the teeth or whatever.
Holy shit, Dick.
And then it goes, hey, I'm going to make a meal. And it goes, oh, there's a baby. We can cook this.
Oh!
That part I'm into.
Yeah, that doesn't sound bad. But I saw a meme the other day, and it was a guy on a helicopter with a video camera. And he was shooting like a Super
OJ?
Bowl. He was on it wasn't Kobe, but he was on the chopper and he had a video camera. He was like hanging out, he had a harness on, and he was shooting like a sporting event. And then the bottom half of the picture is a drone with a camera on it, and it says that guy, both of those jobs are gone. You know, the helicopter guy and the camera guy,
Right.
that's gone. We got the drone now.
Yes.
So that scared the shit out of me, and I saw a bunch of window washers outside on a sky rise, and I was like, it's only a matter of time before those guys are out, and we got a drone just going tss, and then with a
Yes.
squeegee. It's coming, Jerry.
And the cars and the
cars.
planes and
Good
the
band.
doctors and now us.
Yes!
Who needs us?
But with comedy, there's a little bit of magic to it, I think. I think there's a little bit of a fairy dust and semen and blood that comes all placenta, and we make a bit.
But so it's, maybe you need the human to tell the thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you can say, hey, write me a joke about whatever.
Yeah.
About autism and a lady with AIDS and a hooker named Charlie.
It's my whole act.
You plug it in and then bloop, and then the guy could just go great and come out and say it.
Yeah. But don't you think it won't get a laugh? I think as a computer can't do that twist that a brain can do.
But it can.
Can it?
Yeah, like we're thinking, oh, the twists I come up with,
Yeah.
this thing's gonna solve cancer.
But cancer is a matter of cells and things that are all exist. I feel like a joke, there's a little bit of a magic to it where you have to come up with something you don't think I'll come up with.
I hope, we'll see, but
I'm reaching. 'cause
nobody
I'm
thought
desperate.
would come up with a cure for polio until the computers did it.
Is that right? I thought it was a Jew in Brooklyn.
Well, whatever, maybe not polio, but
Jonas
a
Salk.
computer would have came up with a better example.
Yeah, good point. And maybe it would have come up with it 10 years before Salk did.
We're fucked. I mean, the good news is Chuck will be out. We can have a computer over
that's
there. That'll
true.
be good. Just doing doot, 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 doot.
Oh, yeah.
You guys would still be too lazy to set that up, so I would still have a job.
Well, we
Wow.
get Shelby to set it up. It's all possible.
There's one thing you could say about Mark Norman. It's he's lazy. This guy won't get off the goddamn couch,
You got that right.
folks.
AI's coming. Oh, boy. Anal intake.
But yeah, AI, Alan Iverson. We're talking about practice. I mean, we're fucked. I don't know. I'm scared. And then the Google guy is coming out and saying, "Hey, batten down the hatches. We're all gonna die."
When the Google guy comes out, you know we're in a bag of shit because no other invention really did that. Like when they came out with internet porn, the head of the porn company wasn't like, "This is bad. We should not do this." No, he was like, "Woohoo, payday."
I fucked up, but. You know, maybe they said also this is the one metaphor that gave me a little hope.
Oh, please, hope, Jerry.
Because they said this could be as big as like the discovery of fire.
That's what I heard.
But fire
Is
we've
helpful.
learned to harness and use despite its dangers.
Well, it could still burn a house down. It happens every day.
Exactly, but like so we figured out a way to have it in a fireplace. It shoots out of our counter.
A lighter.
We light and we heat our homes with fire.
Yeah, and a combustion engine even.
So
That's not really fire.
it's extremely dangerous. It could kill you in a second and burn everything down, but we learned how to harness and use it. So hopefully we do that with AI and it solves traffic and cancer and we live longer.
That's good.
But somebody said a good point. They're like, this either will result in utopia or the apocalypse. There's not much in between.
Yeah, and I don't even think utopia is good either, because utopia it's too much of a good thing, and people will attack each other.
Well, I also think people need work.
That's what I'm
to
saying.
be valued.
Yeah, you need structure, you need goals, you need a little what's the word? Gravity. You know, because you live in non-gravity, your muscles atrophy, and then you're fucked that way. And then there's also social atrophy and all kinds of. Now here's my argument to the fire thing.
Yes.
We have fire. It can burn your house down. It can burn your face. Look at Jay Leno. But we have the fire department. We need to invent the AI department, which is a bunch of guys who eat chili and wear shorts and have a Dalmatian. And whenever AI gets out of hand, woo, they go down a pole and they kill the robot.
I think that's what we're going to have to work on. By the way, a lot of great films about this. There's
Backdraft.
Ex Machina.
Oh, I see
and,
that.
The other one, Spielberg, 2001, A Space
AI,
Odyssey.
iRobot.
What's the one I had to watch with Tom Cruise with the cops? And,
Minority Report.
yes, that one.
Great movie.
Yeah.
That's
But
fun.
it's okay.
It's I think it's a
Spielberg.
Ray Bradbury book.
Oh, is that right?
One of those guys.
Yeah,
Philip
I
K.
think
Dick.
maybe you're right.
One
Yeah.
of those sci-fi nerds.
But it's kooky and scary, and who knows? But
Yeah. And is there any joy that we get to live through it, or is that are we fucked that we get to live through it?
well, it's first of all, it's great right now. I love facial recognition
Yes,
and
yes.
email and all this.
GPS.
That stuff is killer. And again, like they'll be able to fix a lot of traffic and pollution and stuff, and we should be able to live longer. But it's the scary thing of like they could just make a video of Putin being like, "I'm launching my nukes right now."
I know they did some AI Rogan talking to Musk, I think, and it's as good as any Rogan app. You know, he's like not laughing at the jokes. He talks about elk, talks about spaceships. Elon Musk smokes weed. He's weird looking. It's just as good.
Maybe I can get an AI JL next time I do the show. I might be able to get a couple of followers this time.
You're just killing in the AI version.
Yeah, he's like, ho, 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 fuck your dad. I see why that's funny.
That's gold. Go see this guy. He's playing at the Tampa Side Splitters.
Yeah, we program it to take out all the...
Oh, how about these? Wah, wah. Could you not do that, Rogan, maybe? You know, a comedian is trying to get a platform on your gigantic show and you go wah, wah. It's a little painful.
It's hurtful, but hey, can an AI do this?
I don't think so, Boston Dynamics.
Can you make that a GIF or a GIF? That was pretty cool. Yeah, if you don't mind, yeah.
God's gift to women.
Sorry, I'm too lazy to do it. All right.
Tile.
So how come he hasn't programmed that to stop beeping yet?
Well, I need AI to get on it. AI can fix this watch toot sweet.
We're talking about practice.
Makes perfect.
Any Jizz, you got anything else? Because we're hitting the skids here.
Well, let me just say this. I called somebody a nerd earlier. You know who came up with the word nerd?
Dr. Seuss.
Damn it, I thought I had something.
Yeah, I think we talked about this before,
Well,
actually.
he came up with nerd. Shakespeare's got all of them.
Really?
He got all. He
Not N-word.
No, that was my dad.
Darn it.
But Shakespeare had he had He invented so like unreal, uncomfortable.
Unsuccessful.
There you go. And unlistenable. And then he had he had all the contractions.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't, can't, ain't, y'all.
Well, not just that, but like heavy low or wait, no. Well, what's the word where it's like a double, with a hyphen.
Double hyphen.
A double word. So it'll be like oh jeez.
Double word. Hyphenated?
Hyphenated like
double trouble?
Yeah,
double dragon?
It's two words with a hyphen in the middle.
Oh, hyphenated.
Hyphenated.
Yeah.
Highfalutin. I'm trying to think of a good example of one.
Contraction?
No. That's cannot to can't.
Yeah.
He had to double the two words with a hyphen. So like
bubble gum?
Yeah, that's not bad, but I don't think that was around then. I think they had gum in the 1630s.
Compound word?
Compound word. Compound media. Yeah, he had compound word. So, what's a good compound word?
Bubble gum?
No.
Bubble gump? Shrimp? Hold on. Collateral
Six-pack.
damage?
Six-pack.
Six-pack?
You're cheating over there. Come on.
He's got AI.
Yeah. Stop using the AI.
Well, give me one that's relevant to that time.
Merry-go-round.
There you go.
A merry-go-round.
Yes. Yeah, he would just put words together.
Runner-up.
Runner-up. There you go. That's a compound. That was all Shakespeare.
No
Sorry.
kidding.
That
Wow.
wasn't that interesting.
Shakespeare came up with runner-up.
Oh, yeah, and a couple others, mind you. You could just Google Shakespeare words, and it is like, he's got all of them.
Well, hey, cometh, was that him? Doth
Yeah.
thou?
The wicked this way come
Doth thou cometh?
on my back.
I can't get into I don't like any art where you're like, let's come all in and break down what he
Right,
means.
right.
Just give me a straight old,
I'm with you.
this is how it is.
So I can't watch sci-fi. I'm like, none of this is happening.
Till now.
Well, yeah, true. But like, the guy's riding a dragon to a tree that he lives in, and he's a hobbit, and there's a ring.
Well, that's
and
fantasy.
I hate fantasy.
Also, I hate fantasy. I like sexual fantasy.
Sure, sure. Give me a midget and a merry-go-round, and I'm in.
Yeah, spit in my mouth, and that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hate fantasy and sci-fi. By the way, I went and saw this Beau is Afraid. Have you heard about this picture?
I don't know, Beau.
Oh, everyone's talking about Beau is Afraid.
Beau knows nothing. I don't know who this is.
It's the new one by Ari Aster. He did Midsommar.
Oh, he's good.
And he did Hereditary.
Yeah, very scary.
Well, this one,
Beau, what is it?
Beau is Afraid.
Oh,
and I'm
okay.
afraid to tell you how much I hated this movie.
Oh, really? Did you like the others?
The one with Nicole
Hereditary.
Kidman? Yeah, I liked Hereditary fine, and I liked Midsommar, how the fuck you say it.
I don't even pronounce it.
Midsummer, whatever. Yeah, I liked it, but this one is
I
just
went to midsummer school, so I got the wrong guy.
it's a whack-a-mole. It's 3 hours, first of all.
I'm drinking here.
By the way, just come on, 3 hours.
Who needs it?
Give me 90 minutes, and it triggers my inferiority complex. You know what I mean? I try to say, where am I at fault here? I got a intellectual inferiority complex. Ronna thinks I didn't go to college, but when you do surreal, I'm like, I just feel like I'm a big retard. I can't figure it out. You're
Right.
smart. I'm dumb.
Right,
It's like a lady comes out and takes a shit on his forehead, and the next scene, you're in the woods.
That sounds right up your alley.
And I'm going, I don't get it. And I'm like, it's just anything. I could just make this.
Yeah, and they go, that shit symbolizes his soul, and he puts his soul on her forehead, and then she consumes the soul, and you're like, well, how do I know it's a soul?
I can't do it, Jerry. I'm dumb. I want a movie where a guy is cheating on his wife.
Sure.
And then the wife finds out, so he has to murder the lady.
Now we're
and there's
talking.
your picture.
That's a hell of a film there.
Just straight through. Let me kill this bitch because she's going to ruin my life. OJ.
Hey, that's a documentary.
So that's what I like. This thing was a big mess, but a slight spoiler alert. I won't ruin the movie.
Uh-oh.
But you know my number one dame of all time, Parker Posey.
Oh, is that number one?
P squared.
Ooh, OPP.
Let me tell you the story. I was on Bonfire,
Crackle, crackle.
and we were all arguing who we think the hottest woman is.
Oh, you can't be in that one.
So I went Parker Posey.
I'm sure the lights shut down.
Well, first of all, I think you might be on my side on this.
Uh-oh.
So I'm doing it half joking, knowing that like I'm into Parker Posey. I got a crush on Parker
Yeah, yeah.
Posey. Do I really think she's number one hottest all time? Yes, but I'm kind of kidding.
And
I
you know
love
it'll
her.
stir the pot.
I got a crush. We're doing radio.
Yeah, it's entertainment. We're gonna bicker now.
So listen to this. So it's me and Jay and Dan. This is before Bobby took over and Dan died. Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Danny.
So I
It's a
go.
big head.
They were all talking, and I'm going, Parker Posey, fuck you. Everybody, they're like, what? Get out. Everyone's shitting on me. It's a fun joke. Good gag. And then they go, all right, we'll settle this. Everyone put in $20. We let the fans vote on it, and whoever the fans vote for gets all the money.
Aha.
And I'm like, I thought we were doing a gag.
Yeah, you're gonna lose.
I'm doing a gag. I just have to give away $20.
Oh, that's a horrible idea.
It was bullshit.
Also,
and they're doing porn stars.
Yeah, and it's a subjective list. You can't go, let's bet. It's not like the Bengals. You know, we can't just bet on this. It's subjective. It's my opinion, my taste.
And so I go, Parker Posey. So I'm just like handing $20, and no one's cares about my needs here. And,
No.
and everyone's gonna, by the way, everyone's gonna email being like, fucking millionaire, worrying about $20. Which, hey, can I just say on the record, I don't have $1 million, you fucking numbskulls.
Neither does Parker Posey, by the way.
getting-
There's a lot of independent movies.
I'm getting $450 to
geez.
do side splitters. I've sold 11 tickets. I'm nowhere near $1 million. But any jizz, the principle, I just got to give you $20.
That's
I was doing
crazy.
a radio gag.
It's a gag, you chooch. You're the host. You're supposed to know it's a comedy show.
But any jizz, so I'm watching Beau is Afraid. Parker Posey's in it. And I say to Ron, I almost left. I was like, I got to tap out of this. 3 hours.
The tap out is bad.
Well, after 2 hours, you're like, I could save it. I could go, ride fences for an hour.
But the movie walked you.
Oh, I walk, baby.
Wow, Christopher Walken.
So I say, if we see Parker Posey's tits, it'll all be worth it.
Okay,
That'll
okay.
redeem.
All right, and these tits are no spring chickens.
They're like 52-year-old tits, but they're nice.
Okay, I mean I'm not against it. I'd like to see her tits. I'm just saying these aren't fresh daisies.
Well, here's my advice to you. Get yourself a ticket to Beau is Afraid.
oh,
Go about 2 hours after the screen's time starts, or whatever you call it, the show time, start time.
wait. Yeah, when are the tits in?
About 2 hours in, 2.5, 2:20.
Oh wow, okay, pretty late. They know they got to reel you.
Oh, they reeled me, baby.
We got a live one.
About 2 hours and 20 minutes. Not only do you see her tits, there's a full fuck scene. Like she's cowgirl riding with the butt from behind. Yeah, Chuck's already typing it into his favorites.
Whoa, Beau is hard.
It's like this, and then she comes. Then there's like a frozen up from this angle of her, like because something happens, so she's kind of like stuck here, and tits straight up. You're probably 40 seconds of like her orgasming, tits, fucking, butt, everything.
Wow.
So it's my favorite film of the year, best picture of the year, baby. Beau is Afraid.
2 dicks up.
You got
Holy
that straight.
Shit, wow, Beau, I'm not afraid anymore. I'll check it out.
Bono's tits, and
Thank God you didn't leave.
yeah, I mean my all-time crush. Just
Wow. I've never seen I don't know who my number one would be, but I've never seen my number one on a full ride along.
well, who do you think? I think we've talked about stuff like this because
say-
Anne Hathaway's up there for me, and Chuck was kind enough to send me a link to everything she's ever done. Dude.
Oh, that a baby. I like a Natalie Port.
I love Natalie Port. I just watched Heat for the first time in quite a while. She's a child.
That's what I like. No, but she's also in Closer,
Oh yeah.
which I think gets a little racy, but I don't know if it's a full-on ride-along.
Yes, I think she has the pink hair on that one.
Yes,
Yeah.
she does the strip scene. Does she get a nip out?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But I don't
Not
remember.
a nip, but
I think I would remember a nip.
it's a memo. But it's something.
I watched a movie with my parents, and it was a nightmare. You ever do the nude scene with your folks in the room?
Yeah, we do it every Easter.
2 girls, one egg. But so I'm watching Species. It's got to be 1993.
That sounds about right.
And we got it on VH Anal, and we popped that puppy in because my mom's like, "Oh, I love an alien movie." And my dad's like, "She looks attractive," and I'm like, "I'll watch anything." I'm 10, and woo! full frontal, banging, blowing, anal, queef. I mean, she went from a caterpillar to a butterfly. It
Which
was wild.
one's Species? Who's that? Jodie Foster?
No,
or-
Natasha Henstridge.
Oh, right. I don't know Species that way. The S had like a. I can picture the
Yeah.
poster.
She was an alien, but she was in real life. In America, she was a hot lady who would turn into an alien. Of course, she's got the hottest body on the planet.
Okay.
It was basically like a pin-up Playboy lady. They were like, "You'll be the alien."
Well, I remember watching Monsters Ball with my parents. And ball they did. I mean, that was like a hardcore. Like, make me feel good. Fuck me. That was like a porn.
Oh, my God. Make me feel good.
And it's just awkward because you got to have your mother hand you a pillow to cover up with.
Yeah, right.
And there should be little stickers that say "Don't watch with parents" or
That's
whatever.
true. Yeah, good point. Unless you're Heidi Fleiss.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Was that the one who banged her dad? Who banged their dad?
Well, Billy Bob Thornton made out with Angelina Jolie. They were brother and sister.
No.
I
They
think
were
so.
dating.
Oh yeah, but wasn't
She
there?
made out with her brother at one point.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah, they
yeah.
dated.
Incest.
He
Oh,
had
Billy Bob Thornton fucked Halle Berry in the thing.
Yes.
I think.
he had the vial of her blood, which is what everyone thought was creepy.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm okay with the vial.
But didn't she kiss her
She
brother?
kissed her brother, and her brother looks just like her. He's like a hot,
Mm-hmm.
sexy blonde guy.
Wow.
Yeah. Could you imagine? You got a cis. Could you ever imagine tugging down the old Listel lady?
No, I don't. No.
No,
I don't care to.
Do you ever catch a glimpse of her as a youth changing?
No.
That's
no
good.
changing. No, we didn't.
'Cause, you guys are living amongst each other as teens.
Yeah, I suppose so. We had separate rooms, which is nice. But my friend Derek, and he has a sister that I dated, and they lived in an apartment, and they just had a divider.
Whoa!
So like, if you did like you could see your brother or sister, whichever way you're looking, their genitals.
Oh my lord!
Yeah.
I mean, I had a brother, but I saw his package quite a bit. But that might be different with a male on male.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, somehow that's more acceptable.
Yeah, I mean, there was balls and dicks galore, and my dad too. My dad is freewheeling.
Well, I think when you're a kid, you like shower with siblings.
Oh, yeah, big show. We did the sword fight, all that.
Yeah. So I think like the last time I saw my sister naked, it was probably she was 7 and I was 3, maybe.
Oh, that's a good age.
Maybe 8 and 4.
And you're not turned on yet.
No, not yet.
Not till about 11, and you're into your sister.
Yeah, 11 and 15 would be dicey.
Yeah, because there's bosom action happening, a little hip,
Probably a Bush.
a little bush going, or gore.
Yeah, Bush was in office at that time.
That's true, and it's an inside
So-
job.
Oh, 11, I think it was Clinton, but you know what I mean.
Clinton.
Yeah,
Check out the end.
he's a rapist.
Is he?
I believe so.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I'm no cop or robber here, but
Oh, boy. All right, well, hey, how's that Monica Lewinsky doing?
this is a wacky one,
Yeah,
by the
this
way.
one's all over the place.
And we're not even doing 2 in a week here. We got
Yeah.
to do 3 next week and 7 the next week.
Yeah, I call it the oral office.
We're,
All right, sorry. Woo! How we looking? What are we, halfway? Oh, we're done?
Just about.
Oh, shit. I didn't realize
Oh,
that.
wow. All right.
We got to bring this cow home.
yeah, all I had was Jagger. You told me you had a bunch. What's going on
No,
here?
I had the steam room guy I blew, and Dayton was great. I'm trying to think, did anything crazy happen in Dayton? We hit the bars.
I think you need a hall pass from your wife to really spice the pod back
Oh,
up.
don't bring that up, because then every Tom, Dick, and comment is going to go, yeah, he's right, hall pass. And then they'll hit her up and go, what do you think about a hall pass? I'm bored in my cubicle. I need your marriage to end.
Reach out to May and ask her if Mark can have a couple months,
don't
a
reach
couple
out
freebies.
To the Mayflower, let it be, let it be.
Let it ride. Just see what she said. All she has to do is say no.
Beau was afraid. All right.
But maybe I'll get a hall pass and see what I can do. I don't think it's going to be as spicy. It'll be like, I walked up to this fat chick. She had tattoos on her tits.
Right.
She said, "You're a cuck fag. Give me Norman's number." And then I took a shit on my own face.
Well, I told you about my buddy who is married, and he decided, I'm going to tell my wife that I want to be in an open relationship. And it was like a big deal. We were like, oh, man, good luck. We're rooting for you. We support you. You know, he's our buddy. And he went up to her and he goes, hey, sugar tits, what do you think we open this puppy up? She goes, you got it. She fucked 300 guys, all the Broncos, 19 Lakers, and he couldn't get laid. He got an escort under the Manhattan Bridge, and she fucked every member of the state.
I think that happens a lot. I think you're never opening up a relationship and having it work out perfectly for both.
No
one's like, I fucked this gal and she's an 8, and she's like, I fucked this guy who's an 8 and I love you.
No, because the lady can clean up, but the ladies they're not looking to clean up.
Right.
The guy wants to clean up. The guy wants a buffet. She wants the menu.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care for that film either, but
oh yeah, the menu.
But
Phoebe buffet. But he's now married to a new woman.
But yeah, well, I'm gonna come back next episode. I'm gonna really have some story. I'm gonna yell some racial epithets at some strangers, and I'll walk through Bedford Stuyvesant alone and ride my motorcycle in the rain and really get some
I love it.
Stories.
I'm gonna have a thing too where this ends and I'm gonna go, oh, I remember I saw a guy in the dumpster fucking his dad.
Well, good thing, because we got to record 7 more eps in the next 3 days.
Yeah, I'm going to Australia, folks, so we gotta pack it in and put some in the can.
Cons. But I think there was some laughs in here, frankly.
Oh, barrel of laughs. We're gonna have to edit a few choice numbers, but I think it'll be a hot ep.
Yeah, we got some cutting edge stuff going here. We got to the bottom of that OJ trial. Finally, someone breaks that thing down.
You got that right. There's only been 9 docs, 7 series, and 2 movies.
But I think we had some stuff, and it got a little dicey at times, but we made it work.
Well, that's part of the fun. So we'll see you all in hell. Oh, you got dates.
Plugs.
Hair
Dayton.
plugs.
Hair plugs. What movie? Hair plugs. Hair plugs. I don't hate you. Remember?
Oh, what is that?
That's Cable Guy.
Oh,
When he does that, he plays the, Chip Douglas. He plays the video over and over again in The Office. Hair plugs.
Yes.
Broderick is underrated.
So good.
Masterful.
I mean, they just let Jim Carrey go, too. Chris Farley was supposed to be the Cable Guy.
Yeah.
But when I saw that scene in the gym, the
Oh, God.
I was like, this guy is a virtuoso.
No, it's perfect, and it's not perfect, actually. Everything after Porno Password is a goddamn nightmare. In fact, turn the film off. But everything up to that point is masterful.
You didn't like the giant satellite dish scene?
Oh, it's ridiculous.
It's a little much.
It gets ridiculous. And the spider crawling across and the Field of Dreams in the parking lot is all insane.
Sure.
But that Porno Password scene is pure gold. And Broderick, Election is a masterpiece.
Election.
He's perfect in that. He should have got an Oscar nomination for that. Ferris Bueller, of course,
one of my favorites.
is
Top
the
3
best.
for me.
Yeah, same. And then Cable Guy is amazing.
Yeah, but Biloxi Blues, he's good at, and he's
Very
in Glory.
good. He's great in Glory, and he's awesome. And,
That's about it. I think he really ran over that kid and fell off.
I think he had some hard times after that.
Yeah, he dated Jennifer Grey for a while.
She was in the car. The rumor is that she was blowing him. That's the rumor. Roadhead.
Wow. He's lucky she didn't bite his dick off when he rolled over that little Timmy.
But, tremendous. And rewatch Election. One of the best movies of all time.
Alexander Payne.
Yeah, it's really a masterpiece. But anyways, what day is it? I don't even know. George is saying cut it. June 7th, Hollywood Improv. We're going to add a show there. Columbus Funny Bone, June 16th and 17th. I have a book here with a ton of shit.
Now you're talking. Back to L.A. I love L.A.
Yeah, what did I do with my fucking bullshit?
Boy, that's going to be exciting. I love L.A. There's a twinkle in the air in that town, and most of it's fentanyl and homeless, but fun to visit.
I love Los Angeles. I'll be there. Oh, and then live Tuesdays at the Gramercy, June 27th. Is that sold? I don't even know yet. Dan
moving for
Soder's
sure.
on. We'll have another special guest we're working on.
Soda, crack. And then I think we're in Philly in August?
Yes.
Or July?
August 22nd.
August 22nd.
Philly.
Thank
Performing Arts of Lovers or something. Spokane is one I forgot. June 1st to the 3rd, Spokane.
Fun room.
And then Irvine, California, the Improv, July 13th through the 15th. San Jose, California, July 20th through the 22nd.
Nice.
August is crazy. Providence Comedy Connection, Portland Helium, Dallas Improv, and the live Philadelphia, August 22nd. Make sure you get all those tickets.
Check it out, folks. I'll be in Australia for most of this time, but when this comes out, I'll be at the Mothership. If you live in the Tejas area, check out the Mothership. I know it's hard to get a ticket, but we'll try to work it out. And going to Australia, then announcing a big tour when that comes out, and then looks like late July for the special. So buckle up and come see me bomb with new material. Thank you.
Same.
Praise Allah.
Oh, Chuck, throw it up there.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, we're gay, we're mad, we're all upset, we're crazy, our tits are blown off.
AI.
I got a podcast called Fun Bearable, and this week we have Brian Bowden. He's a great comic.
Oh,
He's
I know
on...
Brian Bowden.
BB.
You know him?
That guy smokes weed like a fucking lunatic.
Yeah, it's
Really?
crazy. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my word.
He's funny. He's really, really funny.
Very funny guy.
Yeah, we had an awesome time. Me, Brian, Ray Harrington, Brad Rohr. Great time. Funbearablepod.com. Check it out.
Hell
He might
yeah.
remember. Bring it up. One time we smoked weed in Portland, Maine at the Comedy Connection. And I was like, I love weed. I'm drunk right now. Give me some weed, buddy. And he's one of these big, crazy guys. And he gave me a joint the size of my mother's leg.
Oh, wow.
And I remember being like, I don't know what fucking planet I'm on.
Really?
I don't know. He's one of those guys that like
Ugh.
smokes weed in a way where he's like,
Yeah.
No, thank you.
He does those edibles that have like 120 milligrams or whatever. They're just like
Wow.
outrageous or something. Yeah.
no, I
Yikes.
was inconsolable. It was
Yeah.
bad. But
Ugh.
fun guy. He used to do
Yeah.
that crazy show at the Connection.
Yeah, he's
Oh, there you
great.
go.
He's great.
Funny
All
guy.
right. Get high with him. That'll be a good effort.
Signing off.